I'm assuming all y'all already heard the news, but maybe Janie hasn't. Ah, there we go. She's asking. What happened? Janie is in too many servers. So whenever I see Janie, I have to yell at her because she's always like asking me questions that I go, Janie, it's literally an announcement. It's literally everywhere. It is, but Janie is also literally everywhere. At the same time. At all times. I thought I was ADHD, then I met you. Anyways, I have news. And most of you probably already know it, but this, obviously, this VOD is also going up on YouTube for people who weren't able to catch it live. And also, the more I talk about it, the more it feels real, which is an interesting experience. I've been away for a while because I had to, well, almost 2 months actually. I have not been able to stream for almost 2 months. Well, if you've been keeping up a little bit with our GoFundMe page or our Discord server or my Twitter, you probably like seen things here and there. And listen, man, it is way too much to explain all of the things that have happened. At some point, like in the future, I will definitely be like talking about the process of immigration, what it's like, the kind of stuff you have to do, what it's going to cost you, and stuff like that. And I am also definitely considering finally joining Reddit, which I've never done before, just so I can help other people who have to go through the same process, because it's bad. It's not a fun time at all, especially when you do not have professional help. So yeah, the past 2 months I had to do a lot of shit. First of all, you can't just go to any country. You can't just do that. Rules are complicated, which is the whole reason I am moving to America. And Viperius isn't moving to the Netherlands. According to the Dutch law, this is not an option. Because I don't make enough money. Not nearly. Like, I need to be making 3 times as much money as I do currently, which is literally impossible for me because of my disabilities, for instance. So I am moving, which for a lot of reasons isn't great. That's okay, because it's all worth it, and I feel very much at home finally there. So there's no issue there. Yeah, there's a lot of things you need to do, and like we've had to fill out a shit ton of forms, and we've had to collect evidence that we actually have a relationship and that we've seen each other, and well, there needed to be a lot of money, lots of money. I'm going to be very upfront. It is very expensive, and I am currently on a diet. Not because I want to lose weight, but because I have no money left. It's gone. So if it wasn't for the GoFundMe that we have set up, yeah, this wouldn't have been possible, literally at all. Mem has helped a lot, and the GoFundMe has helped a lot. And we have done like all we can to put in our own funds, but when you don't make a lot of money, it's just, you know. Anyway, so it's stress. That's a lot of stress, but it's fine. So in the past couple months, for instance, I've had to do medical tests, and you can only do these at a special facility with special doctors, and it was a whole thing, and I will probably tell you about it sometime, like in detail, like what they do and where you have to go and how ridiculous it is. And then I had to go to Germany. I am moving to America, but I had to go to Germany to have my visa interview, which meant that I spent over 4 hours in the consulate. That's all. I haven't seen much of Frankfurt at all, because I spent over 4 hours in the consulate. Let's say 95% of the time waiting on a plastic chair. in silence with none of my things because I wasn't allowed to bring anything, including a phone or my bag. It was about a 6-hour drive there and a 6-hour drive back. I stayed in a hotel with my longtime friend who helped make this possible because I had to be there at 8:30 in the morning. We had to go to a hotel and spend the night because there's no way you can, like, you know, drive through the night and then just be there in the morning and be a human being. That's just not... Yeah, I love Germany, but I didn't get to see a lot of it at all. Just very pretty sights that you see from the road. That's it. First you gotta wait forever, then you gotta like do a bunch of like paperwork. Then you gotta wait more. And then you get to talk to a human being and actually like they're asking you some questions and shit. This is the beautiful thing. I've been sitting there in the consulate for over 4 hours. And eventually, it was a whole thing, but eventually, right, I heard a bunch of people get the news that they actually got a visa. Your visa has been approved, and congratulations, you have your visa. Like, I've heard a bunch of people hear these words, right? And then it was my turn. I didn't get those words. Doesn't mean I didn't get it, but because my visa was a different visa than those people's visas, I had to wait. The guy was super nice, by the way. Like, everybody in the place, except for the Germans. The Germans weren't very nice. But, sorry, it is what it is. All the Americans were super nice. The Germans were not nice. Also, they had no humor and it was very funny. The Germans were probably just being German. Yes, but they were being extreme German because they were also like high-end guard people. So they had to be extremely serious, like more serious than serious. It was great. Anyway, yes, stereotypical officer Germans. That's what it was. So I don't blame them. Like, it's fine. But I was being me and like I can't turn that off either, unfortunately. So they were being super nice to me, right? And the guy that was like talking to me and had to ask me the questions and stuff, he said, normally I would say like it's approved and then I would push the button and it's issued. And then I can say, congratulations, you're getting your visa. But I can't do that because it's a K1 visa, fiancé visa. I can't press the button because there's more processing time for this. But then he like tried to vaguely imply that it's fine. But obviously he can't like tell me that it's fine. But he tried to tell me that it's fine anyway with like vague wording and like the face that wants to tell you that it's fine. Don't worry about it, don't worry about it. Yeah, oh, right, that's also what he said at one point. He said like, yeah, it's just a formality. And then he was like, telling me like, okay, so technically you can look it up online, but don't do this too soon because if you do it too soon, it might say that it's denied. But that is probably not correct information. So I have to check in a couple of days. Like, he was being like really sneaky about it. And then eventually I was leaving and then he went, congratulations. But because of the like what if in my head, I couldn't like fully accept that it was true. Even when at one point we could see online that it was approved, I still could not accept that it was true. The thing you need to see is that it's issued. And it didn't say that yet. But it took exactly a week. The longest week of my life. But yeah, it's been approved. It's been issued. And I should have it within, well, 10 days. So Viperius was like, oh, we should celebrate. And I was like, yeah, we should. But immediately my brain just goes into all of the other things like, okay, so what's next? And what's the next problem? And what do we need to do? And what if this happens? And what if that happens? So I wasn't able to enjoy it until Friday night. I waited until Viperius was off work. Honk honk. We were going to have a beer together to celebrate, but I'm not very good at celebrating when I'm not done yet. So while we were on Discord call, I ordered my ticket, which was the worst thing in the world because that was all my money gone. Also, fun fact, did you know that at least when you're flying from the Netherlands, a one-way ticket is 2 to 3 times as expensive as a return ticket? So I had to buy a return ticket. I also have researched if this is like a problem, and it's not, as long as I immediately cancel the flight back once I'm in America and get confirmation that I actually canceled it, because then nobody can, make an issue out of it. It's wild. Like, if it was the same price, I would have obviously bought a one-way ticket, but I was literally incapable of buying a one-way ticket because it was 2 to 3 times as expensive. And then, as soon as I did that, Viperius went to the thing and on the internet and scheduled us 2 appointments. 1, to get our marriage license, and 2, to actually get married.
Slipcore just redeemed a tea question.
So, good job. Very, very nice timing. November 6th, I will be flying home. Finally. November 14th, we're getting our marriage license. And November 21st, we are getting married. And those of you who haven't known me for long enough, this is a very big deal. Huge deal, because I never wanted to get married. I never ever ever wanted to go to America, not even visit it. And I also never ever ever wanted to get married. I've thought about maybe getting married for logical, beneficial reasons that have to do with money and stuff. But I didn't feel it, if you know what I mean. But I'm feeling it. And it's very weird. Sorgan! Just heard the news and had to drop by, and congratulations. Thank you so much. This is honestly helping to realize that it's real. It's really strange. I'm very bad at processing news like this. It's like it's not happening. It's kind of like we've suffered a lot to make this happen, and we're still suffering because we're very much not done yet, and everything is scary and a lot of work and a lot of trouble. All right. This command exists because of my mom, by the way. So if you like it, thank my mom. Thanks, ma'am. So I'm very bad at processing good news because there's so much bad involved with it. But talking about it and having you people get excited over it in my place has kind of helped me also get excited and also be happy about it. So yeah, thanks. Thanks for helping me process. He read the update and was like, finally, yeah. Yeah, and I felt really guilty for not feeling that way. Because we literally spent that evening, I bought my ticket. Viperius set the dates for getting our marriage license and for getting married. And then I spent an hour or so at least trying to find words to write the update. And then I even posted it in the middle of the night. After all of that, I could finally relax a little bit, and we had a beer together, listened to music, because we've been listening to country a lot the past 2 weeks or so, and singing, and that was really nice. But it still hasn't felt entirely real yet, because we've had to endure so much shit to get here that it feels like it's just not over and we're still in the middle of everything. I'm glad someone is going to have the love I wish I had when I got married. I want to hug you so bad. You deserve that too. You're such a good person. Oh my gosh, you're crying. Yeah, thank you for like... Thank you for making me process things and like for just letting me be me, because I know that I also complain a lot and I get dramatic a lot, and I don't know, it's just a lot, and we're still not done, and it's still very scary. Like, don't get me wrong, I am extremely happy, and life is going to be so much better, but we are still going to be in, I can't really talk details, but the situation is going to be far from ideal, and we're still going to have to fight and work really hard to get to a better place, and to get to a place where we're not going to be struggling with money, you know, all that kind of stuff. So it's not like it's all going to be over once I'm home, but we will be together, and that will be the best thing ever. Yeah. It's really hard being apart and like not being able to look each other in the eye and just like, you know, we do the best we can, obviously, right? Like, we try to get up together and go to sleep together, or like at least like say goodnight together and like go to bed together and have our rituals in the morning and our rituals in the evening, despite the 7-hour time difference. But it's really hard. You can't hug each other or even like look each other in the eye. Like, you can't really sing together, for instance. Like, we really love to sing and we can't really sing together because there's always a slight delay, which makes everything just really weird and brain fucky. And just doing the little things together when I was home, like the first time I was there for 3 months and the second time I was there for 2 months, and like just doing the little things together, making food, doing groceries, doing the laundry and stuff was so nice because we're such a good team. And now it's just like literally we are on Discord together, on VC together for 5 to 10 hours a day doing our thing. Often we're not even talking or anything, but we're just like hanging, doing our thing and like doing chores and whatever, or gaming or whatever. But like, you're not really together. Like, we're trying to like kind of emulate that we're together, but we're not. And it's really hard. It's really hard. So, in short, I will be flying the 6th of November. We're getting married the 21st of November. If you can, share our GoFundMe link anywhere, please do. Please do. I posted how much money we've already spent, and we're going to have to spend so much more money. It's not okay. It's very scary, and I'm very broke, but we're getting there, and that's in a huge part, it's because of you guys. So thank you so much for that.